Once upon a time in a village called Mishchubanga, two fish sellers opened their shops. One was named Mitha, whose fish were sold at a certain price, and the other was named Bitu, whose fish were sold at the same price. Yet, despite this, Mitha's fish sold much better. A customer approaches and exclaims, "Oh brother, it saddens me deeply that you've come to buy these fat, worthless fish. Look, this fish weighs 00 kilos, while yours are priced at 00. I'm absolutely crazy about your fish. I will buy from you, my friend." B2 retorts, "You're such a naive person. These fish come from dirty ponds, whereas mine are from fresh river water. If you want to get sick, go ahead and take those." Mitha interjects, "Don't lie. My fish are also from river water. Don't go tarnishing my reputation." B2 persists, No, listen, right now his fish weighs 6 kilos. You keep your fish for yourself, Mitha." Soon after, the customer visits Mitha's shop and buys 2 kilos of fish from him. B2 is very upset that Mitha is winning over customers. He asks a young helper, "Hey boy, do you have any fish with you?" The boy replies, "Sir, have you lost your mind? You do know that Rahu fish are rare and very expensive." The boy continues, "That's exactly why I've come to you. I'll have you send me 10 kilos of Rahu fish tomorrow. Don't worry about the money, I'll pay you very well." B2 agrees. "Alright, bring me the fish at the same time tomorrow." After the conversation, the rich customer leaves, and B2 goes back with his stock. In his mind, he is fuming. Mitha's clever tactics might soon win over the rich customer, and if that happens, the entire village will praise Mitha, causing B2's business to collapse. Determined, B2 devises a plan. He calls a well-known trader from the city and asks him to deliver 10 kilos of Rahu fish to his house by the evening. That very evening, the trader's employee arrives with the fish. B2 thinks. So he ordered Rahu fish from another city. That fat man, Mitha, is very clever. If he sells these fish to the rich customer, I'll be ruined. Later that night, B2 takes his fish, covers them with a cloth, and hides them away. At the same time, Mitha comes out carrying his basket of fish. A woman in the neighborhood notices him and asks, "Mitha, what are you doing out at this hour? Tell me the truth, whose fish are you taking? The ones from your own mother?" Mitha quickly replies, "Don't doubt me. I'm not taking those 3,000 kilos of fish, I'm actually getting 200 kilos of fish in their place." The woman, skeptical, continues, "So you're giving 200 kilos in exchange for 3,000 kilos? Enough chatter." Mitha snaps, "I'll explain everything when I get back." Mitha then leaves, and later he arrives at B2's house. At that time, B2 and his wife are asleep. Mitha removes the cloth from the hidden fish, replaces them with his own stock, and leaves with the fish. When Mitha gets home, his wife, waiting for him, says, "I was waiting for you, tell me the truth, whose fish have you brought from your mother's shop?" She examines the fish and notices, "These are 200 kilos? I expected Rahu fish, not these dirty ones." Puzzled, she asks, "Mitha, how did you manage to get such expensive fish?" Mitha then recounts the entire plan. Hearing this story, Nasibo, another family member, becomes delighted. "Wow, Mitha, I'm so proud of you. You are so clever, cunning, and smart. Enough of the compliments, now get the fish cleaned and set them aside in the kitchen." The following day, B2 brings out his fish at his shop and waits for the rich customer. B2 is happily confident that his plan has worked. Soon enough, the rich customer arrives. The rich man asks, "B2, have you brought the Rahu fish for me?" B2 replies proudly, "Yes, sir, I have brought 10 kilos of Rahu fish, fresh and perfect." The rich man beams with delight. "Excellent. Today, I will go home and feast on these Rahu fish. Bring them here now." B2 hands over the basket of fish and collects the payment. The rich man instructs, "Employee, clean these fish well and prepare them on a griddle as Rahu fish, alright?" The employee nods. "Yes, sir, I'll have them ready shortly." After a short while, the employee returns, clearly troubled. "Sir, something's not right. What happened? Why are these fish so spoiled?" He shows the rich man the fish and exclaims, "Look! That dishonest boy did this to you. Instead of rahu fish, he gave you these filthy ones. He cheated me by delivering singata fish instead of rahu fish." The rich man, enraged, replies, "Let's go teach him a lesson." They leave and head to B2's shop. There, the rich man confronts B2. "Dishonest man! You took my money for rahu fish and gave me these filthy ones." B2 protests. "Sir, I swear I gave you rahu fish." The rich man retorts. "Then why are you lying? Look at these fish, they're clearly singata fish. I had told you they weren't rahu fish." B2 tries to explain. "What do you mean? I didn't steal your fish. I'm not saying I stole them, then what does it mean?" Desperate, B2 pleads. "Sir, please buy my fish instead, and punish that fat man, Mitha, in such a way that he will remember it for the rest of his life." The rich man nods. "All right, I will. I'll punish him so severely that he will remember it always. I will take 200 kilos of his fish and hand it over to you, and I'll bring him with me." They take Mitha away and hang him upside down as punishment. Mitha begs, "Please, sir, don't do this. I'm innocent, I apologize. Forgive me, or else tonight I'll be left hanging here and all my pride will vanish." The rich man orders his employee, "Employee, leave him there tonight. Come back in the morning and untie him." And so, Mitha is left hanging all night. In the morning, the employee returns and frees Mitha. Devastated, B2 goes home and recounts the events to his wife. Saddened by what has happened, she suggests, "B2, this is terrible. Let's leave this village." But B2 refuses. "No, madam, I won't leave. I will stay here and prove my innocence. I'll even start my own rahu fish farm at home." His wife objects. "But sir, rahu fish live in river water. They can't survive in the water at home." B2 explains confidently, "I will build a proper pond at home. Then, you and I will bring in river water and raise baby rahu fish there." Convinced, his wife agrees. "All right, B2, I'll support you in every way." The very next day, B2 constructs a large pond at his home. With great effort, he fills it with river water and releases many baby rahu fish into it. Meanwhile, Mitha is pleased that B2's misfortune has spared him and that he alone is now selling expensive fish. Several months pass, and finally the rahu fish are ready. B2, along with his wife, takes them to the rich man. The rich man asks, "So, what have you come here for now?" B2 explains, "Sir, I haven't come to sell you second-rate fish again. I never sold you second-rate fish before, and I won't do so in the future. I've prepared rahu fish right at my home. I'm here only to prove my honesty, because that fat man, Mitha, had swapped my fish with his." The rich man demands, "Do you have any evidence of this, B2?" B2 replies, "I don't have any solid proof, sir, but with your help, I can expose Mitha's trickery." The rich man asks for further details. "How exactly will you do that?" B2 explains his plan, and the rich man agrees to help. However, the rich man warns, "Remember this, B2, if you can't prove me wrong, I will have you hung again." B2 accepts. "All right, sir, just come to my shop tomorrow with the fish." The next day, B2 arrives at his shop with his batch of fish. Just then, Mitha appears, and the familiar bickering resumes. While everyone watches, the rich man inspects the basket carefully. Soon, the rich man comes forward and says, "B2, have you brought the rahu fish?" B2 confirms, "Yes, sir, I have brought them." The rich man instructs, "All right then, take these fish home. I expect you to clean and prepare them by the evening. If you can't do so before evening, I will kick you out of this village." Before leaving, Mitha tries to interject, "Wasn't it you who swapped your fish with mine that day?" But the rich man cuts in, "No, no, That was exactly what I heard. You were the one who did the swapping. In the ensuing commotion, the rich man orders. I'm not going to let you get away with this. You, Mitha, will be punished in such a way that you'll never forget this. I'm going to have you hung upside down again, this time for good. Bitu, remorseful and still suffering from the earlier punishment, pleads. Sir, please, spare me, I won't let this happen again because of you. I've been left hanging all night because of your actions. But the rich man is resolute. Enough. Tonight, you will both face your punishment. Once more, they hang Mitha upside down. Bitu, dejected, exclaims. You were right. I did exchange my fish, and now I'm left hanging all night because of you, Mitha. Save me, please, I promise I won't ever do it again. The rich man adds darkly. Then enjoy being hung upside down all night, both of you.